Webinarloop Review, Top Webinar Software 2020. Here in this Webinarloop review, you'll get definite data on the item, and its overview, features, working procedure and my own understanding by using the beta version. Webinarloop is an across-the-board webinar facilitating platform that encourages you to conduct live webinar for your audience. You can likewise run webinar on your website or a subdomain. They additionally give bunches of DFY templates, API, email and SMS integration. Do you know the online class webinar is extending quickly, and an ever-increasing number of individuals are going along with it? There has no noteworthy advancement in webinar conveyance and commitment. In the market, there is less webinar creation programming accessible that gives bunches of highlights at an entirely moderate cost. So there is a huge gap between quality supply and demand, so numerous advertisers, online entrepreneur, mentors and student must searching for a great and highlights stacked webinar device. So to fulfill the market request, Webinarloop provides you with across-the-board webinar creation and facilitating highlights at a low one-time cost. All things considered, presently we should go to the following segment of Webinarloop software, where I will mention to you what precisely Webinarloop is and how it makes a difference. What is Webinarloop? Webinarloop is a newly launched webinar creation and facilitating solution that causes you to conduct your own webinar for your clients or students. You can likewise run webinar on your website or any subdomain. They additionally give loads of DFY templates, API, email and SMS integrations. In this way, Webinarloop is a device that completes your webinar creation prerequisite, and it's totally not quite the same as other webinar creation programming and gives you such a large number of highlights at an exceptionally cheap one-time price. Online classes are the greatest promoting pattern, and right now they are as a rule energetically received by online organizations, yet in addition disconnected ones. Corporates, mentors, business, advertisers. Therefore, Webinarloop is one of the most impressive and solid options that utilize the best of the web advancements to bring webinars to each and every business without a gigantic overhead or charge. Webinarloop features breakdown. Here in this section of Webinarloop review, I will explain all the features of Webinarloop tool. 1. Simple and easy to use interface. Yes, Webinarloop software is very easy to use and anyone can use it very effectively without any technical skill. 2. Run webinars on your own domain or subdomain of Webinarloop. Yes, you can host your webinar on your website or you can use Webinarloop subdomain for it. It's quite easy. 3. Supports Google and FB Pixel. Yes, Webinarloop support Facebook and Google Pixel, by that you can retarget your customer who attends your webinar. 4. Powerful editable templates. It provides you lots of high-quality and editable templates that can make your webinar page professional and more attractive. 5. No hosting required for your webinars. Yes, you don't need any hosting for webinar to be host. This tool offers you free server to host unlimited webinar online. 6. Supports CVS export of webinar signups, webinar attendees, etc. Yes, you can easily export all the data that collected from your webinar attendees. 5. Your branding on webinar sign-in page. Yes, you will get your own branding on your every hosted webinar, by that it looks more professional. 6. Share your webinars with other members and your affiliates. You can easily provide membership or free access of your webinar to your followers and affiliates. 7. Up to 5K live audience capacity. Yes, Webinarloop can easily handle up to 5K online audience at a time without having any problem. 8. Support for opt-in pages on any website. Yes, you can easily add opt-in form in your webinar page. 9. API support, integrate with any app. It provides you integration for email and SMS to maximize the show-up rate in your webinar or marketing effort. It's a really cool features. 10. Free webinar creation and marketing training included. Yes, you'll get free webinar creation and marketing training material with step-by-step video, by that it can help you in your webinar promotion.